Oh my gosh, it's 2 days before Christmas. I've still got wrapping to do. But you know, it's always better to do wrapping with someone than do it by yourself. Rachel, I'm so glad you were here today. I'm so glad you were able to get together with me to finish up our wrapping.
I know. Parkwood Studios looks amazing. You are so ready for the holidays with all these great decorations.
Isn't it festive?
It really is. I love what you're doing here.
We've got so many gifts to wrap. We better get going. Hey, hand me that shiny silver wrapping paper. Thank you. Oh, this box is massive.
Oh yeah, who's that one for? That's an odd package. What's inside?
Well, it's for Mark, and it's an uplifting gift, really. I had to add some ballast to the box. You'll see I've put some rocks and BBs in there because it kept floating away. It's so uplifting, almost like it had helium inside, or, you know, when the wizard leaves Oz.
Skip, are you trying to do a callback to our Season 3 recap there?
Perhaps.
All right. Well, listeners, if you haven't heard that one, you should give it a listen, because we definitely are very much on the side of Wicked in that episode.
Ooh. Hey, where's the double-sided tape?
You know, I think it's right over there, Skip, underneath the rainbow wrapping paper. Here you go.
Oh, got it. Good, good. Okay, here we go.
That's really unique. Where did you find this gift?
Well, this uplifting gift, I found it in episode 103. Veronica Lewis made it for us on foot and by hand. She had to visit 40 waterfalls before she could put this together for us.
I hope she had a really great rain hat on for that experience. But I remember that one. It was so great. Her main thing was the greatest views come from the toughest climbs, right?
Yep, incredibly unique gift. And also, the most listened to episode of Season 5, the whole year of 2024. 5 times as many listens as any other episode.
That is great. Can you give us a sample, Skip?
Absolutely. Here goes. Veronica Lewis, what is the main thing you've learned in your lifetime so far?
Skip, I have learned that the best view comes after the hardest climb.
Ooh. Oh, I love that. Way to take it into the outdoor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me more about that.
So your climb might be scary, lonely, exhausting, confusing. You might even get a little lost during your climb.
For sure.
So my wisdom I'm sharing is that after climbing through one of the most challenging years of my life, that the view once you are on the other side is better than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
So, and you know, I love to hike. I love to be in the mountains. And so for this whole experience has come full circle, knowing when you asked me to join you today and share my wisdom, it was an easy choice.
That's beautiful. I think about special places in West Virginia. There are many of them, and most of them are off the beaten path. And you're not just going to walk a paved park trail to get there.
There have been tough hikes that I've been on where you have to maybe take a break, have a seat, catch your breath. And that is the same way it is going through life. Sometimes you need to take a break, catch your breath, and then keep climbing.
That's part of it too.
That's part of it.
It's not hard to see why that wisdom was so popular. That'll be a great gift. Mark is going to love it. Do you have any of those sparkly elastic ribbons?
Yeah, I've got about 2 yards of it left here on this spool. It's in the cabinet right behind you.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Sounds like you're wrapping up a fancy gift. What are you working on?
Yeah, it's going to be a beaut, Skip. What I'm wrapping is this airmail box.
Airmail? Wow, that's old school. What's inside of that?
Not surprising, that's for the professional pilot, Rob Akers, who would deliver his profound wisdom by the way of airmail. Of course. The box held up really well, as did his wisdom. So, you want to hear what I've selected?
Sure, play it for us. It's really cool and curious to me that you used the word counterbalance, because I'm thinking about you flying a big aircraft, a huge, massive aircraft, and your payload or your load of passengers is not balanced.
Right.
You don't have a proper counterbalance. Let's say you've got a heavy load on the back and now the front's light.
Yes.
And that plane's not going to fly very well without a counterbalance, is it?
As you're talking about this, I'm thinking about times in my life when I have flown a plane that's been out of balance. It doesn't fly like it should.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't operate the way it's intended.
There we go. Yeah.
This package of wisdom is really dear to me. I really like how Rob educates listeners on the why of writing and not just the how, because you know me, I'm a book publisher, so that kind of stuff really stood out to me.
For sure. Tell us about your writing practice.
Before we start specifically about writing, let's talk about why. Well, all humans, we need a creative outlet for our lives. And it doesn't matter what that creative outlet is. We need a creative balance. We have a left brain and a right brain. Mm-hmm. Okay. The left brain is the everyday, the order, the logical side of our head, right? And life, all technology, everything pushes us into that left brain
analytical
area. Yeah. Yes. So to counterbalance our lives mentally, we need to spend some time on the right side, on the right hemisphere of our brain, in the creative side, in the imaginative side, in the fun side. And you can paint, you can draw, you can do whatever, write, music,
make pottery,
podcasts, pottery, anything. It doesn't matter what that is for each individual, but we all need that. Mm-hmm. And the more that we can be in the right side, that balances out the left side too, right?
Rachel, can you help me stretch out this beautiful gold and green plaid paper? I want to cut a really large piece to wrap a gift for Ralph.
Oh, wow, that is really beautiful. I mean, I don't know what's going to be inside. We're going to check it out, but that is some really gorgeous paper.
There, that's just about perfect.
I've got the bows right here, Skip. Are you thinking a red bow, white, maybe gold bow for Ralph's gift? And by the way, what'd you get him?
All 3 bows on this one. The red, the white, and the green. This gift is really special. He's a really big fan of WVU sports. And Ralph always roots for the underdog. So this gift is a pound of resilience. And it comes to us from episode 111, Hall of Fame sports broadcaster Tony Caridi, the voice of the West Virginia University Mountaineers.
Wow, that is nice. Why don't you give us a sample, Skip?
What do you love about sports and sports journalism?
Sports is that one thing that's still out there that is a reality show, and you truly do not know what the outcome is going to be. And I think that is why people very anxiously look forward to sporting events, because they probably have a feel. They think they have a feel what's going to happen, but there's always those times, those moments where things happen that just force you to, one, never forget, and two, to keep you coming back. So to me, the excitement of the unknown, and then having the honor of telling that story, describing that story while it's happening, to me, that is what makes me really excited about it.
Rachel, I see you've got a really deep box there. I'm curious about that.
Hand me some tissue paper, and I will talk you through this one.
Sure. Here's a dozen sheets. It's metallic tone paper, golden.
Golden is a perfect theme for this gift and the contents of this package. You see, Skip, I've got a box of wisdom for your dad, Paul.
Wow. Dad's going to love this because, as you know, he's a lifelong Oriole fan. That's how I became a Baltimore Orioles fan myself.
Yeah, you're kind of letting the cat out of the bag a little early, but this is, of course, a baseball-related gift, and it is from MLB executive Chad Bolin in episode 107. It's going to be so valuable for a lifetime O's lover like your dad.
Yeah, now aren't you a Mets fan?
I am a Mets fan, which some years is harder than others. Every time we make it to the postseason, I feel a little bit happier.
You know, what we have in common, the Mets and the Orioles, is that we're both still paying Bobby Bonilla.
Oh, yes,
20 years after he stopped playing.
I'd like to get a piece of that check. But anyway, I think this is going to be valuable for your dad, but I could tell you more, but I think we should just give it a listen.
Well, here's the pitch. Chad Bolin, what's the main thing you've learned in your lifetime so far?
Skip, The main thing I've learned in my lifetime so far is the strength of our relationships often determine the extent of our success.
Oh, wow.
Our relationships matter. We are relational beings. And in this day and age, there's really no excuse for staying in touch with people that you have a relationship with.
Skip, all this gift wrapping is making me hungry.
Hungry for a wrap?
That's right, Skip. Hit it.
Season 5, Wisdom Galore. 18 shows delivered to your door. Wrapping gifts, a festive plight for sister, mom, and brother bright. To choose the best from every guest. A challenging feat, I confess. 18 wise souls open the door for growth, for learning, and so much more. My friend Rach, she helped me decide.
These nuggets, she said, can't be denied. Wrapping skills, a gift from my mom. Share the best and you come along. Skip's guests, they're the bomb. So join us and hear their wisdom call.
Okay, Ryman Rach, you still got it. But I feel like we owe our listeners an apology. You know, they come here for the wisdom, not our musical shenanigans.
Now, Skip, come on. You know there's nothing better than wisdom with just a bit of wit.
Yep, we can agree on that. But I have one more special gift box to care for.
Oh, yeah. That one looks really heavy. What do you got there, Skip? And who's the lucky recipient? That paper is gorgeous. Diamonds and light beams? Or are those prisms?
Well, actually, this one's for me.
Ah, the old self-Santa routine.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. And while you're at it, there's that shiny silver ribbon. Can you curl a few strips of it for me? Do you know how to do that? Did you learn the curling of the ribbon with
with the scissors? Yeah. I love that. Never lost a finger either trying that. So. But come on, Skip, spill the tea. What's so special about this package of wisdom that you're inclined to keep for yourself?
Rachel, you see, this last gift can only be described as precious and dear to my heart. It comes from my dear friend who just recently left this world behind, just 3 weeks ago. It's a powerful dose of wisdom from John Beck. John brought it to us in episode 117.
I'd love to hear it, Skip.
It's the most important lesson I've ever learned in my life. Here you go.
8 years ago, when I got diagnosed with ALS at the Cleveland Clinic, at the same place where they had told me 9 months before they were 95% sure I did not have ALS.
Oh, wow.
So that was a bit of a blow to go back in September of that year and hear the news. But
yeah, because you would say, but wait, what about what you told me before?
What about what you said in January, Doc?
Yeah.
I didn't go there because...
So that required a healthy measure of acceptance.
Right. And not that it's easy to wrap your head around some information when there's basically a death sentence tacked onto it, but we were in the parking garage outside the Cleveland Clinic, and my wife had an emotional moment, and what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I said, we're going to go eat Mexican food at that 5-star place on the other side of town, as was our plan.
Yes.
And we just kept it in the here and now, and, you know, to the extent that I'm able to do that, I do pretty well.
Yeah.
And if I look ahead at what might be ahead, it could get scary, but I don't live there anymore, so I'm at peace the vast majority of the time because, you know, the God of my understanding has gotten me through everything with 100% survival rate so far, and I always seem to have what I need to get through the moment. And that's important to mention too. I don't have to accept something forevermore. I just have to accept it here and now.
Yeah.
Incredible. What a message and what an amazing mindset that John articulated and modeled for us.
He had every reason to be despondent, to be down, living with ALS for 8, almost 9 years like he did. But John emphasized acceptance. It's the key. The best wisdom often comes to us through the more difficult teachings. The ones that are easy to say and much harder to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like tying the perfect bow with satin ribbon. My mom makes it look so easy.
She does. That big cylindrical gift box is just screaming for a bow. I like it. Good call. Say, what's inside there? This is your last one, isn't it?
Yeah, we're almost finished. The time has just flown by. As you like to say, Skip, time flies by when you're hacking wisdom. Or wrapping it. So, Skip, this last one is from Holly Fussell. I picked it up from her over in Fayetteville, West Virginia, one of your and my favorite places.
Yeah, love me some Fayetteville.
And she's got a great store there called Waterstone Outdoors. Holly's wisdom just resonates deeply with me.
Wait a second, Rach. You're not telling me that you also pulled off a self-Santa, are you?
Yeah, I admit it. I did. I guess we're more alike than even we realize, Skip.
Too funny, Rachel. Now I have to hear it. What was the wisdom nugget that struck such a deep chord with you?
Well, it was her main thing. It exemplifies my approach to life and career. I just really like to test and learn and master different things. Different paths, different trails. You know me, Skip. DJing to advertising, public relations to publishing, startups to corporate gigs, diverse settings. You know, I really like when Holly tells us, I don't think there are any shortcuts to fulfillment. Let's roll some tape and listen in.
Skip, the main thing I've learned in my lifetime so far is pursuing excellence in diverse settings leads to fulfillment. What I've come to realize is I've been pursuing excellence in some way. And I say pursuing because it's not achieving excellence.
Right.
Always. It's often messy, but I'm trying hard at whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
So during COVID, that was baking sourdough bread.
Oh, wow.
I don't do that anymore. But during that time, I was trying that and committed to it every week. Like I said, when I was younger, I was doing triathlons. I wasn't winning anything, but I was pursuing a goal and trying hard at that.
What comes through to me is just an innate curiosity, an intense curiosity.
It is. It's a curiosity and knowing, testing with that. I think I also had in my past a view of myself that was more fixed. And I've learned to embrace a more growth mindset as I've aged. And it's opened up so much for me and thinking, of course I don't know it yet. Of course I don't know how to do this thing.
Oh, Rachel, I think that was a great wrap up of our wisdom from season 5, 2024 highlights. They were definitely worth celebrating. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. We were just about to wrap up the show. There's the doorbell. It seems like every time, if you listen, there's leaf blower, dogs barking. Now there's somebody at the door. Just keep rolling. Rachel, sit tight. I'm going to go see who this is, and then we'll finish up. Not much left to do. Okay. Who is it? Gosh.
Hey, this is Wisdom Delivery Service. I have a delivery here for a Roger Lineberg.
Wisdom Delivery Service? I've never heard of you. I've heard of like United Parcel Service.
No. We're new. We're cutting edge. We're here to deliver wisdom. Maybe you've heard about the Main Thing podcast? I
have. So do you have like a packing slip or something? This doesn't seem like legit. Do you have a packing slip or something?
Yeah. It's right here. It says Roger Lineberg, I think it says.
Roger Lineberg.
Do you know a Roger? Is this the right address for a Roger Lineberg?
I do. Bob, it's me, Skip.
Skip. I thought that voice was familiar.
Hey.
It was you the whole time.
So what's in the box? What did you bring me?
Yeah. So, I passed by earlier and I heard this noise coming from there. It kind of sounded like two people yelling at each other with, some music going on. So it really caught me off guard. So I went to another house and then I decided to come back. But the package I have for you, it's featuring you, Skip. I wanted to share with you a little bit of insight from one of Skip's quips, if you don't mind.
Oh, wow. It's a bit awkward, I'll admit. But yeah, sure. Let's take a listen.
So the one that really stood out for me was your conversation about Utsi and McDonald's.
Yeah.
And what I really love to hear, and I know it's something that resonates with you and it resonates with me, and I think I can hear Rachel in the background. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, I'm
you back there?
Yes.
You keep wrapping presents.
She's got more to do, yeah.
Yeah, she should just keep wrapping.
Rachel, just stay in there in the dining room. You're fine. I'll take care of this Bob guy.
So basically, the wisdom that stuck out for me was Utsi talking about seeing everything from all angles and also just never settling. That really meant a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to you as well.
Yeah, and also just like looking at things from a different perspective, it can really change your outlook. It can really bring new solutions.
Now, instead of letting us talk about it, why don't you open the package and take a listen yourself?
Okay, here goes. Utsi had just shown me one of the biggest lessons of my life. Quality isn't about doing things in the way that's most convenient. It's about looking deeper, seeing things from every angle, checking those hard-to-reach places to make sure you haven't missed anything. After all, Utsi was famous for one thing. No matter the day or the shift, he never settled, and he wanted us to see things the way he saw them too. That night, he didn't have to say much more to me, with one final nod as he turned to switch off the lights, casting the place into darkness. As he closed the doors behind us, he gave me a pat on the back and said, "Skip, now you get it." There are a lot of things I've forgotten about that job. I can't remember most of my coworkers' names or the exact routine we followed, but I will never forget that sense of clarity and pride that came from seeing my work from different perspectives. Nor will I forget the quiet way Utsi taught us that even the smallest things count. Bob, that clip you picked really is dear to me, and it takes me back to I was probably 18 or 19 when I met Utsi and learned some great things from him that, as you heard, they've stuck with me to this day. And I just really appreciate the way he taught, getting up on the stepladder, let me figure it out for myself. He just gave me that nudge, and then it was easy to see my own mistakes and how looking at things from a different perspective could really literally open my eyes.
Yeah, without question. Learning a lesson like that at such a young age can really kind of pave your path for success in the future. So I'm so glad that you were able to learn that lesson and that I was taught lessons very similar to that when I was young. And Rachel, you still in the back there wrapping presents? Did you learn any lessons like that?
Yes, I am. I'm really stuck in a whole lot of tape right now. But, I thought it was a very great episode as well. And it's always good to hear those lessons as we get ready to head into the new year.
Well, Rachel, thanks again for helping out with the wrapping. Couldn't have done it without you. And your corners and bows are a thing of beauty.
Don't let that secret out, Skip. I'll be wrapping gifts forever.
Hey, I'm going to let you two get back to your wrapping. I've got more deliveries to make, way more wisdom to deliver here in the upcoming year. So you guys get back to your wrapping, and I'm going to hit the road.
Well, we could all say that's a wrap. Wow, Rachel, you got a lot done while I was at the door with Bob getting that delivery. How many more do we have to go?
We got to wrap it up. We got to get to this party.
Okay, let's get busy. Let's get back to it.
All right. Hey, Skip, did you ever do that thing when you were a kid where you would take the rolls of wrapping paper and do lightsaber fights?
On guard, let's go.
All right.
Crap, Rachel, the tape came off the cutter. Now it's stuck to itself. That drives me bonkers.
Glitter. I have such a love-hate relationship with it. It's beautiful on the package, but it's horrible when it gets all over my carpet.
Ouch! Paper cut! Urgh.
Hey, Skip, have you gone to any white elephants yet this season?
I've been to 2.
Did you get the great gift or did someone steal your great gift?
The great gift. I got it.
All right, what was it?
Chia Pet, Bob Ross.
I love a good Chia Pet.
Yeah. Check it out, Rachel. My package corners, stellar, no wrinkles, perfect diagonal folds, down OCD, down boy.
Wow, those are some really great corners. I am super impressed.
I forgot the blasted name tag. Crap, who's this one for?
Oh, I hate when I wrap gifts and take it to some friends and I forgot the gift tag and I have no idea if it's the right gift or not.